It had been a wonderful worship service, and we were headed back up Fulton's Canyon toward Morrow. As we crested the hill opening onto the wheat fields of Sherman County, something caught my eye in the rearview mirror. It was a strange sight, so I pulled the car over to the side of the road, got out, and looked to the northwest. I was used to seeing the beautiful snow-capped mountains to the north, but today Mount St. Helens was exploding. A huge gray cloud rising from the scarred mountain. What had been the most symmetrical, beautifully snow-capped mountain was now deeply marred, and a much shorter peak stained with gray soot. That was 40 years ago today. I also remember seeing the dire predictions from the experts talking about the devastation of livestock, choking on ash, and the total destruction of farmland from here to Wisconsin. Predictions were also being made that Mount Hood and Mount Tabor were next. We were being told that Portland could become the next Pompeii. Well, the crops did suffer that year, followed by several years of bumper crops because of the rich volcanic ash deposited from the eruption. Then I remembered a headline from the Salem Statesman Journal from the early 70s stating that the world was heading for a catastrophic ice age. Now we're being told just the opposite by the same newspaper. In the early 1800s, a newspaper in London predicted that by 1900, London would be 6 foot deep in horse manure. Are you sensing a theme here? You know, there is a different viewpoint available to us. Jesus said to his disciples, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, what you will wear. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothes. Consider the ravens. They don't sow or reap. They have no storeroom or barn, yet God feeds them. And how much more valuable are you than the birds? Who of you by worrying can add a single hour to his life? Since you can't do this very little thing, why do you worry about the rest? Consider how the flowers grow. They don't labor or spin, yet I tell you that not even Solomon in his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that's how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow thrown into the fire, how much more will he clothe you, you of little faith? And don't set your heart on what you will eat or drink. Don't worry about it. For the pagan world runs after all such things, and your Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom, and these things will be given to you as well. Don't be afraid, little flock. Your Father has been pleased to give you the kingdom. That's Luke chapter 12, verses 22 through 26. This view understands that God does not predict. He knows. So rest in him. Enjoy the journey. Bye-bye.